Just because you can't make hate against the queer community a legal public policy here in the US doesn't mean that organizations aren't trying to export that. Uganda, they already have some of the most extreme LGBT laws in the world on the books. And they've just passed a new law that would actually make same sex relations punishable with life imprisonment and even the death penalty in some cases. And just to kind of give you an idea of the people advocating for this law, I'm going to let you hear from Musa Ekura, who is a member of Ugandan parliament.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.
Some other features of this law include that it would make people under the age of 18 who are caught having sex with somebody of the same gender, that could be punishable with up to 3 years in prison and then a period of rehabilitation, which in other words is conversion therapy. The most extreme element of this law, though, is that it makes it illegal to even come out or identify as a member of the queer community in Uganda. That is punishable with 20 years in prison just for saying who you are. And U.S. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, who happens to be lesbian, responded to that this week.
We have grave concerns with the passage of the Anti-Homosexuality Act, AHA, by the Parliament of Uganda yesterday, and increasing violence targeting LGBTQI+ persons. If the AHA is signed into law and enacted, it would impinge upon universal human rights, jeopardize progress in the fight against HIV/AIDS, deter tourism, and invest in Uganda and damage Uganda's international reputation. The bill is one of the most extreme anti-LGBTQI+ laws in the world. Human rights are universal. No one should be attacked, imprisoned, or killed simply because of who they are or whom they love.
And while that may be U.S. public policy, there are groups here in the U.S. who are actively advocating, evangelical groups are advocating for laws like these to be passed in Uganda, and they are trying to seek some of the most extreme penalties possible to intimidate the communities over there. And in fact, more than 20 American religious organizations have already invested at least $54 million in advocating against LGBT rights, access to contraception, access to safe abortion, and comprehensive sex education. And make no mistake that these groups, what they're advocating for over there, they want to see happen here. Just look at the laws being passed here, for example, with Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. They are expanding that. Originally, they said it was only going to go up to grade 3. Now they're expanding it all the way through high school. So it is happening here. And just to push that point home, during the exact same press conference where Karine Jean-Pierre had to respond to this Uganda law, she faced this question about what's going on in Florida.
Do you have any reaction in Florida? Governor DeSantis expanding the rules that forbid classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity?
Yeah, it's wrong. It's completely, utterly wrong, and we've been very crystal clear about that when it comes to the Don't Say Gay bill and other actions that this governor has taken in the state of Florida. But make no mistake, this is part of a disturbing and dangerous trend that we're seeing across the country of legislations that are anti-LGBTQI+, anti-trans, anti the community in a way that we have not seen it in some time. And it's not just the LGBTQI+ community. We're talking about students. We're talking about educators. We're talking about just individuals. And so the president has been very clear. This administration has been very clear. We will continue to fight for the dignity of Americans, for the dignity and respect of the community, of opportunity that should be given to students and families in Florida and across the country. So again, this is just plain wrong, and we're going to continue to speak out against it.
Rather than exporting hate and funding it to the tune of $54 million, maybe these so-called religious organizations could invest that in communities here that are in need, providing food, shelter, and remembering exactly what the true meaning of Christian charity is. And as for us here in the queerful community, we need to watch what they are saying and doing in other countries and what they're advocating for in other countries, because that is what they want to see happen here. And we need to make sure that politicians here don't say, oh no, this is as far as we go. This is all we're doing is trying to protect the children, because they will always go farther, as we've just seen in Florida.